Make sure you check your pools before it closes. You know, all that jazz.
Absolutely.
Here you go. Seeing our button bindings. We can make fun of their button bindings.
Let's see. Scorcher.
No macros?
I mean,
we got no macro. Oh wait, no, never mind.
Restore the default.
I take that back. Okay, we're just double checking them.
Yeah. I think I don't know exactly why all the Roa and CL.
Really?
Oh, never mind.
Okay,
Oh,
I was about to say, I'm like, I don't think I've seen Cavitae play any other character except Alico. But this is going to be a fun one. Both top tiers, both meta picks. Alico, arguably the strongest character in the game, but it's only the strongest character if you're nice with it. That's the important thing. You gotta be nice with it.
And then Roa getting the best nerf, increase the volume of his specials. When I read that in the patch notes last year, I just laughed. I was like, this is the nerf they're going to give the dude?
Yeah, but he's a very simple, very straightforward character. I think the big key thing to be looking out for in this matchup is how Roa controls that screen space and how Alico moves around that screen space, because Alico is kind of like Jigglypuff with lasers. That's the best way to think about it. We have 3 jumps, 2 air dashes, I believe, and yeah, 2 air dashes, 3 jumps, and when Moondrive, you get an extra 1 of each. So she can just move around the screen freely, and Roa has to be there to use these electricity, lightning bolts, these projectiles to stop Alico in her tracks, to keep her from running around the way she wants to.
The classic fly versus fly swatter matchup. Immediate Moondrive.
An immediate shield already? I love what I'm seeing.
These players are swinging at each other.
Armor from the Moondrive. Oh, it doesn't quite get anything from there. Oh, okay. We're trying to delay our buttons.
Yeah, good delay there on the RPS with shield catching out Chris G.
Ooh. And I love that backdash too, because Roa actually has one of the best backdash tools in the game. Very low recovery. So it can avoid a lot of the pressure that Cavitae wants to put on top of Chris G.
Yeah. Good shields, and coming out on Cavitae's side. Spend that meter, get the kill, no worries.
Shield, no follow-up really is the play.
It really is.
That is such a good option. It doesn't feel like it, but when you're so constantly trying to do the shield RPS of A, B follow-up, B, C follow-up, right? Just doing nothing just keeps them in their tracks and they're like, wait a minute, what am I doing here?
It's the mix-up. Bait them into shielding, and then you get a fatal counter.
Yeah, you want to be really careful about shielding all of this that Cavitae is putting out, because these are negative edge orbs. So, oh, we got the bloody. Oh, we're trying to fish for the last arc, but Cavitae knows what's up. Cavitae's like, you know what? I know your tricks. I know the gimmicks. I know you're trying to shield me, and that is not going to happen. Chris G trying to lock Cavitae in the corner, but what a 2B on Wake Up right there. This is going to go into a pretty nice combo and pretty nice damage as we send you back down to the ground. There's the orb coming out once again, and that is a great confirm, going to that 63A low from that distance, that slide, and then confirming off it with the orb. We could have gotten a full combo off that as well.
If there was more life. But unfortunately, these characters must have a limited life pool.
In the corner you go. Yeah, I love that rooting as well.
Oh, that was not a true combo. Could have teched out of it. Saw that at the very end. A little gray.
Ooh, yeah, just barely being at that 2B.
Oh, nice. Gets the punish. Yeah, just content to let Cavitae waste some of that moon gauge. Oh, doesn't get the full combo up. There it is, the counter hit after the shield attempt.
We got a round on deck.
Yeah.
Chris G staying alive for Gatos Locos. I don't even know what that organization even is, but I love I love it. I think it was Crazy Cats, I think that's what it's called. All right, negative edge orb, don't shield it. Oh, and the counter hit. Chris G trying to press on Wake Up. You gotta really respect this pressure. Orb setups are so scary.
They are indeed. But as much as the orbs parts are the scary, you can't forget just Cavitae's amazing command of Oki and of pressing buttons.
Into the arc drive, boom, boom. It doesn't even need to do the final laser because that will finish it off. And one thing I really like about Melty Blood is that it doesn't end the super when you kill. You know, I want to see the cinematic. I want to see that I hit that 236 EC. I want to see that dopamine rush, because Commentators is getting that dopamine rush right now as we get the first combo. Draw the first blood here in this round, crouching, and there is our very first, I think, air dash pressure that we've seen.
Oh, nice wakes up, we're just pressing up with buttons. No one's wanting to block on wake up.
And honestly, I think that's really good for Cavitae as well, because that's so scary.
The shield into nothing, like you said.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, shield into nothing, and also just like noticing that noticing that we're trying to always go for a wake-up option against this orb, whether it be stand shield, whether it be a backdash, right? And you just have to respect this pressure. You just have to block, and Cavitae is knowing that, just running away with these huge leads because we are constantly finding these openings on these knockdowns. It feels like Cavitae is just snowballing with every single one of these knockdowns, and we've seen so many stand shields, and you just can't do that because we can just go into meaty 2A and then explode with the orb, right? And it becomes a really scary situation. Or we get the shield, and then we let go of the orb as well. We just block, and the moment you press a button, then it explodes on you. Oh my god. And you can only destroy the orbs by hitting Alco as well, which unfortunately was not something that, Christy was able to find.
Yeah, I don't think there was a really good way out of it. It would have been absolutely absurd if Christy was able to get out of that last situation and guess right. But then even then, that life total disparity, it was too much. Christy just was too much on the back foot too quickly, and it lets Cavitae move on. And now we're going to get all into top 8 qualifiers.
Is that
I think this is Lunar.
Wait.
No.
That's not Lunar.
No, that's
No. Wait, isn't that who we just saw? Wait. Okay, so no, this is Masoma. Okay. I know people can't see the camera right now. We're like trying to figure out who these players are. But yeah, Bernkastel coming up to the stage, rocking, I believe, the vlog. I want to say. I mean, we're going to see just in a moment.
Yeah, unless he wants to be fancy and try out someone new for fun, it's going to be Lov.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like I said before, it is the character that someone used to win Texas Showdown 2 times in a row, and hoping to make this a 3rd one.
You know, it would be really cool. I wonder if he has something like special planned for the hat trick, like has that special graphic on deck of the Texas Showdown logos throughout the past 3 years, the hat.
Okay, but it is
Kohaku! Yo. The inferior made, but still made representation is great.
Inferior made. That would be crazy to say if it was Actress again. But it isn't. Alright. Yeah, names are a bit weird right now, but that is Bernkastel on the vlog, and Smokinonu on the Kohaku. And Smokinonu actually fighting back pretty well right now. There's the Cactus Oki setup, and we're not going to respect that.
Yeah, there we go. Time to re-get it. Decides not to go for the shield. RPS gets won by Smokin. And unfortunately could not find the continuation. We're at close to 1 touch for both players here, and get sniped out with the fatal counter. We're staying in Fire Block mode.
The worst mode?
Yeah, the worst, quote unquote.
You beat him once, he's like, okay, now it's time to win.
Yeah. Oh, wake up reversal.
Shield that, recover a bunch of move gauge. Ooh. Try to go for the BC fault.
Nice.
Lead the whiffs.
Oh, trying to press. And
yeah, that's one of the big strengths of a Vlog. Vlog, you know, maybe not have the strongest defense. Maybe kind of struggles in neutral against a lot of characters because of his height and his slow mobility. But he has these massive buttons. They're actually quite fast for the range that they hit at. And we have the full screen lows as well that you gotta be mindful of as well. And you gotta be mindful of that as well because Bernkastel just using these big buttons from Vlog to snipe out Smokinonu from these ranges that Smokinonu is not expecting to get hit by.
Absolutely, and getting so much advantage from it. There we go. Smokin finally getting some Oki back again. Gets a Bardate on. Now it is all Bernkastel's time.
Concentrate, get as much meter as possible. The B-ball doesn't get a full combo off it, and Bernkastel is going to make Smokinonu hurt for not finding that confirmed. And we got another round as Bernkastel is speed running this set right now. One more round to go on set point. Full screen low. Snipe from the air. You cannot be in there. This is a no-fly zone.
Yes. Really showing why they are #1 seed for Texas Showdown, why they've won 2 in a row, and on their way to make it a 3rd.
Okay, but this could be Smokinu's time to make a comeback right now. Has Arc Drive available, has some meter on the tank, but Bernkastel is not going to let Smokinonu use it. One more combo, I think after this should be enough to kill. Oh, and the cancel tries to beat it out, but unfortunately it will not work as Smokinonu gets an Arc Drive raw 3.5k on the table. Gets the Cactus Oki Shield BC, that's unblockable as well, so really smart use from Bernkastel to win that round right there. Win the set over Smokinonu.
Yeah, and nice, quick, our first top 8er has been decided. It is time now. We're gonna keep chugging through them.
Man, look at Smokinu's face. I'm like, he's like, oh man, I really, that was tough. But hopefully we see more Smokinonu because I think that might be the only Kohaku player we have in the bracket. Willymify, a pretty active player in the Austin area. Normally comes out to Austin Aerosol and normally plays a lot of late game with Azrael, which is really funny, like Azrael into Akia, right? Like how do these characters correlate? But Willymify does play Akia and does play a lot of Skullgirls as well, so you know that Willymify is really good when it comes to movement, as we saw before, and just really good at fishing out situations where he can hit you with these air unblockables, condition you into these situations where he can take full advantage of it with his ring Oki, as we saw before. And we have our first red Arcade on the table. This is going to be a fun one. We both have rings. That's the important part. We have rings and we have projectiles.
So was Willymify that had the no macro setup? Because I just saw them go and deep bind every single macro.
I don't know, probably.
And right now it's working out.
Oh, yep. That's going to be the EX Edge, the charge.
Oh, no, gets the counter hit. Not able to get the kill just yet, and yet just gets a couple 2As. No need to combo, just get 2 hits.
Yeah, just going for some simple stagger pressure. That's all you really need at this point in time.
Big counter hit. That's going to start quite a lot of pressure. Oh, no, doesn't continue the combo pull to the corner, but gets the push on Oki.
Counter hit as well. This is big. Oh, okay. Side swap. Oh, stops blocking.
Oh, the heat.
Oh, the heat. Oh, wow. And the air tech invincibility as well to completely avoid it automatically. Willymify's getting a bit too lucky right now. And 0 to hero. Oh, is that? Oh, no.
It is Rack.
Yeah.
Rack is finding the way back. Though, oh no, the counter, fatal counter on top, and Willy's gonna take the game.
Yeah, pretty strong showing right here. Willymify definitely trying to make that top 8 spot, and we're going to the character select. I wonder if they had like maybe the wrong settings with Rapid Beat. That might be a possibility. But we are getting back into the swing of things. I saw Rack's face there for a moment. Like, what is going on? Moon Drive immediately.
There we go. Now Rack is, Rack got the heat again. But this time wasn't punished. There we go.
Rack trying to go for a lot of these heat unblockable setups after the combos, and it's just really not quite working. Nice blocks.
Oh, good. Press out. Gets the throw. You're continuing to hold. That's 2. Make it a 3rd. No, not 3rd.
Oh, heat. There it is. Is active. Okay, now Willymify can finally cook 0 to hero. Sorry, Rack. I keep reading the names above, but yeah, Rack without any Moon Drive, so that's really important right now because we don't have Moon Drive to go for these pause buttons on wake ups, right? And we don't have a lot of Moon Gauge to work with either.
Ooh, nice press. Finds a good press, and there is the round win.
That's the very first round going to Rack. But can we win another one? It's all been 2-0 so far. We're going to get a 1-1.
We need it at some point.
We're probably getting to that point, right?
Ooh,
this is the throw.
A good jump in. It's going to get to the corner.
Ring is active. Oh, but we're going to just completely avoid it entirely. And I love that 2C, the snipe right under that ring as well to get that counter hit.
Nice, just letting Rack go press buttons, catch on the way down.
Lots of combo drops coming from Willymify.
Oh, good heat. Yeah, going to recover quite a lot of that life total.
Yeah, I think that's really important to notice as well because Akia, all of her throw attacks and her command throws as well recover a lot of like the recoverable health, right? So popping heat like that makes Akia one of the highest health total characters in the game theoretically, and Willymify is showing why that's the case because Willymify has such a huge health advantage at the moment and setting up these ring Okis, setting up this pressure, tries to DP through. I think that might have been a misinput. I think Rack was trying to go for a fireball instead.
Yeah. There's the reversal option.
Stalling in the air.
Oh no, that's
coming down.
That is so unfortunate. And Willy will start to take this 2-set point.
Winning all this. Just great job. Very great patience right now. And there it is, the fatal counter. Even, I think that was a mid too, but you cannot block those charge standing moves. That is one of the changes they made to shield that makes crouch shield a lot less effective.
Oh, good shield on the EX special, and now it's all your turn, Willy.
Oh, we're going to shield it. No follow-up. Yeah, very smart right there because Rack has a lot of recovery after using the air shield like that.
Willy has been just the absolute peak of shield into nothing, and then 2A catches you.
Moondrive. Okay, the throw.
Oh my gosh, we're just hopping over. Into the corner, out of the corner, you name it.
Oh, and the snipe with a 2C. We have a lot of mirror on the table. One more opening, has arc drive, finds a hit, but doesn't confirm. The shield misses the shield fall, fails the shield RPS, but drops out of the combo. Both players staying alive right now. The heat on the run up, and we're going to recover all of our health straight into the arc drive.
Back
but it
dash
misses.
doesn't punish.
Oh my gosh, we are down into the wire right now. Rack has mirror on the hands of the cross up.
Rack's now tied up 1-1.
We got our first 1-1 right now. Both players tied up, evened up. We got one more game to go. Who is going to take it? Who's going to make it into top 8 winner side? That's going to be a very big lead to have, especially in a small bracket like this.
Oh,
and
no.
I love that the ring set into jumping up so that it completely whiffs and goes straight into that ring so you can get that confirmed afterwards.
There Willy finding the jump in, immediately going to be commanding the life lead, and gets the punish
I love
too.
that.
Rack cannot find a hit this round.
Yeah, overhead's very strong in this game because of the dash macro as well. So just jump up, AB is like that right there. An instant air dash in the air, and we can get an overhead. We can low crush a lot of stuff as well, as we saw that with that projectile. We're just going to walk up menacingly. Willymify trying to get a JC to hit, but unfortunately not one is going to hit as Rack finds that first hit. Has a lot of mirror on the table, not going to spend it though.
Not yet.
Lots of counter hits back and forth. Finally getting it confirmed.
There we go. Set down. Oh, nice. That's the overhead. That's another combo. That's another step towards victory.
Yeah, I think Willymify is noticing a lot that Rack likes to go for ground text a lot, right? Doesn't really like to go for air text that much. So instead is changing their routing so they go for these hard knockdowns instead. And now Willymify just needs one more hit, and he finds it.
Yeah.
Willymify is going to be our first player into top 8. Actually, second player because Bernkastel already made it to top 8. But we have an Akia, we have a vlog. Can we get a fully unique top 8? I would love to see that.
Possibly. I mean, we'll get to see every single character that makes top 8. So we will absolutely know if we're gonna have a totally unique or we're gonna have some repeats. Honestly, I'm with you. A totally unique top 8 would be very hype.
Yeah. Oh, we got Willymify over here trying to get the Red Bull.
Yeah.
He's like, I need a Red Bull after that. I need to get a Red Bull so I can make it even further into top 8, and that's the spirit right there. Willymify feeling pretty good. You know, he wanted to get into this bracket because, like, you know what? I want a free medal.
Yeah.
I want to get a medal at least once here at Texas Showdown this year. And it looks like he got it, right? He's in top 8 now.
And now I believe we're going to be getting Lunar and Cavitae up here.
Yeah,
and
seems like it. We're going to be streaming the rest of the top 8 qualifiers before we get into top 8. This is a bit of a shorter block because, you know, it's a bit of a smaller pool. So it's only going to be an hour as we see right now. But yeah, we have 2 more streams coming up, at least confirmed. Actually, 4 more, right? Oh, We got a bunch more.
Yeah.
Because we got Lunar side to finalize as well. But yeah, as you said before, we got Lunar and Cavitae probably going to come up next. Like we said before, Lunar on the Dead Apostle Noel, on the Noel as well. So I had those two characters on hand. And Cavitae we already seen with the Alco. Lunar definitely trying to take Texas Showdown first place this time around because, you know, don't have that boy Uchiha getting in the way. And, you know, he's our second seed, so he's trying to get into this grand final spot. And hopefully try to beat Masoma because both of these players go pretty back and forth. And Lunar, kind of struggles like taking some wins sometimes, but Lunar did actually beat Masoma Bernkastel. I keep saying Masoma, but Bernkastel, we see it on the screen, yeah. Lunar actually beat Bernkastel at Frosty Falcons.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That makes. I kept having to dip around during that Frosties. There's so many things to do.
It is so busy. You know, Friday, just being like a 2-day event, Friday and Saturday, makes it really, really tough trying to keep up with all the stuff that is going on. But yeah, Lunar did beat Masoma, did beat Bernkastel, and Bernkastel also kind of like stepping away from practicing the game as well. So I think it's going to be very, it's going to be a toss-up whether or not each of these, which of these players is going to win Texas Showdown. But we do also have our other strong players on the table as well. Don't count them out just yet. We have Cavitae. You don't want to count them out either.
We're likely going to see the dance here from Lunar, his one and only character in this game.
Yeah, for sure. And these are two high zoning characters, right? They like to zone a lot. They like to control space a lot. Alco with the orbs, Dead Apostle Noel with the bells. So you also want to be very mindful with how you move around the screen, and I think that's something that Alco can do a lot better than Dead Apostle Noel. And here we go. We're getting into it. Playing on the boss stage.
Already finds the first hit on Lunar's side. There we go. But the first combo comes from Cavitae.
Yeah, and there's the orb setup as well. Tries to go for the 4C. 4C a very fast overhead. You can't link off of it, but the orb does allow you to combo off of it and make it safe afterwards as well.
Oh, gets the Oki. Cavitae not ready to block that instant air dash. And now we've got the spike set up. Gets the back throw.
Oh, trying to go for the charge 6C, but Lunar, great reaction to sub that out. Stand shield attempt, and Cavitae going to wake up with that 2E, a pretty strong starter, and that's going to be a good amount of damage. Into the knockdown, gets the orb set up. We're going to shield that, no follow-up. Cavitae was just out of range to hit that overhead right afterwards, and Lunar is going to sneak that round away.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a test for Cavitae of not finding the hits and comboing, but being able to finish out the rounds. If you let Lunar take an inch, a mile is going to be driven.
Yeah, with a large projectile toolbox, this is not going to be an easy task for Cavitae to win, though Lunar has very low damage with this character. This is consistently the lowest damage character in the cast, so Cavitae, if they can find more combos than a Lunar, not even more combos, but just the same amount of combos, then Cavitae can definitely take some wins back and forth. But Lunar is one of the top players in Melty Blood in Under Night for a reason, and we're seeing it right here as Lunar takes that first game.
Cavitae already starting out with a hit, unfortunately couldn't extend it to a combo, and Lunar will show Cavitae how it's done.
You see, air throw. Not going to set the bells, we're just going to go for that cross-up overhead, and another great 2B. Cavitae is so good at just sniffing out these mash attempts, mash opportunities with these 2Bs, and the 4C will hit this time, and there's the orb to confirm right afterwards.
Yeah. Go, orb set up.
It's gonna be
another just wake up DP from Lunar, but Cavitae is going to sniff out the actual line to put Lunar right back into it. Are we gonna DP again? No, we're not. Gonna get swapped out.
I think this is dead. Wait, Lunar has Arc Drive on the table. Are we gonna spend it? Yes, we will. We don't want to take any chances. Is this dead? It's coming down to it. Yes, it will. Arc Drive finish. Lunar takes another round, placing himself onto set point over Cavitae.
Oh, good fatal counter already starting, but not able to get it into a full combo. And that'll allow Cavitae to start fighting it back. Don't count them out yet.
Orb is set up, and I don't think that's a negative edge orb. So you have to be mindful about moving around it. And that's something that, if you're not careful about realizing, then you are not going to be quite sure which orb that Algo has up.
Lunar finding the hit. Going to send it to a one-touch situation. Finds the air and couldn't get the
That would have been a
combo.
hype confirmed, but this is a hype confirmed for Lunar because Lunar takes it to looking really good, making our third top 8 winners spot finalized. Great showing coming out from Lunar, and Lunar is getting closer and closer to that win. Lunar can sniff it at this point. That was their first game of the evening. We got that boy Uchiha in the crowd as well, watching the stream, supporting the game, even if he's not playing as well. So that's really, really cool to see.
Might be thinking to himself, dang, I could have made top 8 too. But you know, we make our decisions. We live with them. That boy Uchiha had until I think probably what 12:30 to register.
I think so, somewhere around there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Melty Blood is one of those games where we have on-site registration. So, like I said before, we had 2 players who literally just signed up an hour before the tournament even started because we were like, you know what? Might as well, right?
Yeah.
It's such a small bracket, might as well just enter, see how far you go. And in Willymify's case, that seemed to be a good opportunity to do so. I know Willymify was a bit on the wasn't quite sure whether or not he wanted to play because it's like he saw 12 players and he's like, oh, is that really enough for me to care? Then today I was like, you know what, you should enter. He's like, you know what, I want that medal. So we're gonna be seeing more of him, and we have our next set coming up.
Yep.
This I believe is between Zhen and animatedAspiration.
Yep, it is indeed.
So Zhen, we do know both these players, characters. Zhen on RQE. And Zhen actually from the Colorado scene. So shout out to Colorado Mile High Burst. I know Steve Mangaka is somewhere over there watching Dragon Ball or something. I know he would love for me to shout out on the stream. But Mile High Burst, actually one of the biggest locals for Melty Blood currently, I want to say. They consistently get a good amount of players showing up. So it's really cool to see that we're constantly playing this game, constantly having fun time with it, and still running it in 2024. And we're still running this tournament here in 2024, as you can see. Cavitae, we saw before, not Cavitae, sorry. animatedAspiration, we saw before with the Saber.
Yeah.
And this could go either way.
Yeah, Saber versus Warg. This is going to be a belligerent match. They're both going to be pressing on each other, going to be putting lots of damage out, lots of very intricate pressure that needs very specific answers. And we're just trying to find what is the song that we're trying to find right now.
What is the song? You better pick a good one. I mean, there really isn't any bad songs, but there's some that I think are superior than others.
Yeah,
Let's
like
see.
Grand Cat Village.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
We're going to play the Neko Arc theme? Really?
Yes. It's a good theme. It's a good theme, Salty.
I mean, it is.
Put it on the village. Put it on the village.
Okay, no, they're playing on the best stage in the game at least. Magician's Night EX. Oh, that stage is beautiful. This is such a beautiful looking game as well. The pixel art is so clean, and the sprites are like the key arts are also super clean. But yeah, Arcueed and Saber, we're locking in right now. Zhen did take 13th place at Winter Showdown this year and has a pretty good showing at Common Breaker as well. Plays in a lot of games, so is kind of spreading themselves thin maybe. But we are in winners round 2, winners quarterfinals right now. So Zhen is getting closer and closer to that top 8 spot.
And animatedAspiration already starting with double throw, gets the 2A. That's going to be the combo they've been searching for. That's what the throws are intended to get.
Meow, 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 meow. Oh my god. The brain worms.
They're already infecting you. And there we go, another 2A starter. Quick here from animatedAspiration.
Launcher into the throw, hard knockdown, the cross up, but that is one of the things you gotta be watching out for. Zhen has one of the strongest DPs, not only because it has a great hitbox, but it also is a 2-2 input, meaning if you try to cross up Arcueed, you are going to get hit by that DP regardless.
Yeah, not having to worry about side switching, cross-cutting your DPs is such a massive boom that really goes understated a lot of the time.
I am surprised that clashed. Why did that clash?
Something hitboxes.
Yeah, hitboxes are really weird in this game because we get a lot of clashes, a lot of disjointed hitboxes, stuff like that. Now here we are in the corner. Zhen tries to press, and that's going to be a fatal counter. This record pressure is so oppressive, so safe, but there are dabs. Zhen able to sniff it out, has a lot of mirror on the table. Are we going to arc drive? No, we're not. We're going to get that hard knockdown. One more opening, trying to find it, trying to sniff it out. The 2A starter. We're not going to spend any resources on that. That's going to be very heavily scaled.
All gets the far hit, and unfortunately couldn't
Drops
extend it.
This is huge for Zhen.
Yeah. Zhen has a lot of meter on board, ready to do whatever they can. Moondrive gets the punish.
Finish your combo. Finish your combo. Yes, we will. animatedAspiration taking the first game against Zhen. And with Zhen having a lot of meter on the table as well, you notice that Zhen really isn't spending a lot of meter. We're just going for some very simple metered enders. And in Arcui's case, it is a good option, right? Because Arcui has very high damage because of that. But I want to see more of Arcdrive usage, maybe more of Heat as well, because that's a really important defensive mechanic, especially against the fact that animatedAspiration is putting on this very, very long block strings against him.
Absolutely. And here we are. These long block strings, like you said, just continue. Gets the shield and the punish too. But drops the combo, drops it again on the fatal counter.
Oh, the moon drive into the DP. Okay, that's very smart. And we got the cross up as well. The side swap. Now this is going to hurt. A great starter for Zhen. And we're going to spend the meter as well. I mean, consistent 3.7k. Just a very high damage character. Very straightforward character. But all of the tools that Arcui has are very, very effective at what they do. It's the case of small toolkit, but very strong tools that are in that toolkit.
Yeah. Here we're spending a couple more bars. Getting that good blocks here from Zhen. Knows that really only has one good chance to get. And fortunately, you can only block so long.
All right, and that's going to be 4 counts of Magic Circuit for Zhen, but we will not be able to use it on the round start because animatedAspiration gets that low on the shield. Shielding is very, very risky for that very reason. We're getting fatal counters left and right, and animatedAspiration has a pretty good lead starting things off. There's a throw coming out. And one thing I'm really interested about how animatedAspiration is actually playing Saber is that normally Saber wants to be spaced out a bit, using the range of their buttons to their advantage. But animatedAspiration is actually playing very close up game because Saber actually relies a lot on throws as well to open up the other player because we don't really have means of overheads, of strong lows. Well, I guess we have strong lows, but not very strong overheads to shield crush and mix up the opponent. So very, very strong play from animatedAspiration to take this character far, even with maybe not playing the character the way that most people expect you to.
Yeah, absolutely. And that'll be animatedAspiration rounding out the winner's side of top 8. You have Bernkastel, you've got Willymify, you've got Lunar, and now animatedAspiration. They make up your winner's side, and now it is time to start going on to our loser side of the bracket where we get our qualifiers. And let's see, let's see. Yeah. I think, we're going to have Zhen and Waifus for life, I think. Yeah, that's who that's popping right up.
Okay. Yeah, so Zhen immediately getting back to play the game.
Gets off the stage.
No, this is Cavitae.
This is Cavitae? Okay.
Yeah, this should be YellowJacketKaraguchi versus Cavitae. We saw a bit of YellowJacketKaraguchi at Frosty Falcons, actually. I know that YellowJacket actually showed up on stream. They come from San Antonio. VTuber, fighting game spectator turn player. I know that's their tagline. But an Alco player. So we got an Alco mirror coming up.
Yes.
And this is also YellowJacket's first Texas Showdown as well. I think this is both players' first Texas Showdown.
Mirrors are truly the 0-10 matchups. You could say if I lost because my character's too strong and broken, if I won, it was all me. It was all me, not my character.
Exactly. Alco is one of those characters, right? Because like, it's only top tier if you're nice with it. You know what I mean? And in Cavitae's case, we've been seeing some very strong orb pressure that makes this character so terrifying to deal with. Set the suitcases down. Ready to roll. Ooh, okay.
All right, and we have Cavitae will be your blue shirt, and YellowJacketKaraguchi is going to be your beige shirt. Can't kind of tell by the purple hair, but we have lavender versus dark purple. You're not gonna.
I'm surprised because YellowJacket normally plays with yellow color as well. So, you know, makes sense, like YellowJacket, right? But we're playing a different color today, making it a little bit less easy to see, maybe for the opponent. And you're not going to be seeing that A follow-up coming out as YellowJacket is starting to make a comeback here. Fatal counter, but we have to play so perfectly right now. I love that Moondrive usage of the orbs, but unfortunately not able to keep that alive for very long.
And Cavitae will take that first round. All important. Oh, could not extend that combo even with the orb starting. There we go. Cavitae finds the sneaky little footsies.
up. Oh, the shield falls, going back and forth. This is anime as hell.
There's a fail counter. Wake up. We're mashing and we're finding actual results here. Uses the X, sets up the orb. Baits Yellow Jacket to act, but here we go. Shield RPS goes even again. Throws. No shield for you.
That's going to be a lot of damage, and this is going to be even more damage. Are we going to confirm into our archetype? No, we're not. We're going to go for the 6-2-3-C finisher into the air throw. Oh, another opening. Yellow Jacket can finish it right here if we spend the meter, but oh no. No, don't keep him alive. No, finish the job. Finish your meal. Finish the food. Oh no, Cavitae putting himself into heat and recovering all of that health. The lead is gone. His Yellow Jacket going to pop heat. We got a lot to work through again. But Yellow Jacket is staying strong, stealing themselves, finding some openings back and forth. Cavitae finding openings back and forth as well. The mix-ups.
No combo, and there it is. Third time the charm. And Cavitae will take game number 1.
Not like this.
Nah, got you Shinji posing? Nah.
The food was chewed up. All you needed to do was swallow it, and unfortunately, Cavitae was able to take that game, being spared their life. And Cavitae is going to make sure that they take this away from them. Take this final game here. Orb is set up. The overhead is going to hit. That's going to the 3C, but doesn't miss. But it misses right there.
And Yellow Jacket finally finding the way out of the corner. Gets the combo to boot. It's about to put Cavitae back into the corner here. And does finds the punish on the shield. Okay. There we go. Cavitae finding that wake up with the buttons pressed. There we go. Blocks it all tonight. The counter hits, and we're 1 round away from deciding our first top 8 in the loser's half.
Yeah, this has so far been super scrambly. I mean, Yellow Jacket isn't really getting a lot of big combos. Instead, just getting a lot of small packet damage back and forth. And unfortunately, that's not going to really cut it. But it looks like we're going to get a first big combo up in the air, but doesn't finish. It doesn't get the hard knockdown. And Cavitae is going to air attack out of that. We're air action move. Oh my gosh, the no fall. Like, okay, we're going to do A fall, A fall, A fall. And Yellow Jacket was the one to end it right there. We had an agreement. It was rule number 1. If you're constantly doing A fall ups, you got to keep on doing it. And Yellow Jacket here is going to run away with it because of that very smart stop. Stopping a momentum.
Oh, here. Unfortunately, gets hit. The heat, meaning not very much other than all that meter going away.
Okay. Hold on. Cavitae has meter.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to use it. Yeah, I love the usage right there of the C orb. Oh, the shield!
And that's going to be a round. And we're going to be almost equal here on mirror. We got Cavitae just a little bit ahead thanks to that extra boost.
Oh my god.
Hey, I mean, this is how the mirror's supposed to go. If you're getting beat by your opponent doing something, steal that tech mid-set.
That's true.
Force them to deal with it.
And Yellow Jacket does it again. It's like, we're going to go for these A-faults. I'm going to be the one to stop it. I'm going to stop this momentum. But unfortunately not able to keep that momentum. Cavitae is going to keep this momentum instead. Great blocks from Yellow Jacket so far. And the Moon Drive to BC. I love that. Sorry, not Moon Drive, Moon Skill. There you go. So much terminology with these anime games.
Oh, there's the heat on Wake Up, finding the hit, and there we go. All that health right back, finds the punish from full screen, couldn't confirm it to a combo, and the shield gets punished.
Okay. Yeah, C orb all the time. Oh yeah, you can't really get a confirm off that. We could have gone for a back throw instead to confirm off of it, but it's okay.
Another
going to be popped. 2BC stopping Cavitae in the tracks. I love that Yellow Jacket is using 2BC, a great hitbox, just throw out like that.
Shield war, and Cavitae will win the RPS to take the set. Moving on to loser side top 8, eliminating Animated from the event.
Yellow Jacket.
Yellow Jacket.
Yeah. Animated is still in. But Yellow Jacket.
I'm just a fortune teller.
Maybe we'll see.
I'm just predicting the future. It's all right.
But yeah, kind of unfortunate to see that Yellow Jacket is out of the tournament right now because I know that YellowJacket was kind of dooming a bit earlier about not making it super far in the brackets, of the fact that YellowJacket wasn't able to make it into top 8. You know, can be a bit rough, but it is just what it is, right? And in this case, Cavitae was just playing a much stronger Aoko to really take these victories away from him. And we got to talk about the mechanic. We got to talk about heat. Because I feel like we're talking about it, but we're not really explaining how it works. And I think now that we have some downtime, I want to explain it a bit further. So basically how heat works is you're leveraging meter. As long as you have one magic circuit, you're leveraging meter to recover health and get an unblockable kind of burst effect that you either have to shield or backdash, right? In order to, shield or
Some
be
form
out
of
of its
invul.
range in order to punish it, right? Because if you're right up in front of it, then you're going to be hit by that unblockable burst, and they're going to get that free heat pop that's going to increase their damage as well. So it's just a really, really important tool. I mean, it is a common mechanic that you've seen a lot of other fighting games. I mean, Bail Off in Under Night as well. But I think it's really, really effective in Melty Blood in particular, just because of that unblockable style burst that you have to shield if you want to be able to beat. And I don't think we've been seeing too many of those shield reads because it can be a very risky thing to do. And we saw so many times where they shield, like stand shield or crown shield, and they're constantly getting opened up into fatal counters, losing their moon gauge, and that just creates a snowball effect that the other player can run away with.
Yeah, and you'll see Bernkastel and Lunar later on in the bracket. They're going to be able to OS the heat on Wake Up once they start knowing their opponent wants to do that. But oftentimes, you got to wait until your opponent does it to you one time. And you have to make sure that that one time they get that heat off on you isn't the last time you're able to even get to that situation.
Looks like we are next set coming up. The Roa, the red Arcueid. Yeah, this isn't a button check. We're just playing it. Maybe.
No,
This is a button check.
yeah. It's like they're being a little too patient here. Patience in my Melty? Never.
Never. We're constantly air dashing back and forth, and Melty Blood is such a cool game because of that. Melty Blood is such a high octane, high movement game. When you think of air dashers, you think of Melty Blood because we're constantly air dashing all around the screen. We're doing super jumps that are basically just launching you out the entire screen as well. And that's one of the coolest things about this series. I know that Actions again kind of focuses on the verticality element of movement, and Type Lumina instead focusing more on the horizontal movement. And I don't think you can notice because it doesn't feel like it, but Type Lumina has massive stages where these characters can move you so far, can move so fast, that they're constantly going from side to side so quickly.
Yeah. And that definitely does take a lot into routing when you're trying to mix up, especially going for the side switches, which both these characters do have their very nice, simple side switch combos. And we're starting it off with a fatal counter. Nice and fresh. Get into the corner.
Ooh, the mash on Wake Up, counter hit as well. Going into a simple confirm. Not going to be a lot of damage.
You say not a lot of damage, and there we go. There's another combo, the counter hit. Rack just too good at pressing buttons right before Chris G wants to. Oh.
Oh, and there's the BC follow-up, and that will be unblockable. You have to shield it if you want to be able to punish it, or BC in return, which Chris G did not do. So Rack is going to be taking that round. But it is a very expensive thing to use, right? Because it uses basically half of your moon gauge. So you want to be really mindful of when you can use it and when you can't use it.
And speaking of moon gauge, here's the moon drive already used. There we go. Getting to it. Oh, he gets the meaty from across the screen. Top rope situation.
Chris G full setting it with that last arc, A, B, C, D, raw. And unfortunately, Rack was able to get that shield punish afterwards. I love that reaction on the moon skill.
Oh, and good. Found the low. And Rack will take game number 1.
Yeah, Rack doing a really good job at just moving around the screen, because the way Roa works is cutting off lanes of the screen with these massive projectiles, these lasers, these lightning bolts striking down from above from his hands. And Rack really likes to spend moon drive. I think that's one thing I've been noticing about Rack. We're constantly going for these round start moon drives, mid-round moon drives. And I think what Rack really wants right now is those moon skills available, and also the extra movement, because you do get that extra jump, you do get that extra air dash, and that helps you move around the screen a lot easier to work around how Chris G likes to cut off the lanes on the screen.
Absolutely. And Rack is already showing the commandment of this round. Almost got something started from Chris G. Not able to fully set. There's the armor with the hit, and Chris G's in a tough situation.
We're just going to be playing Neko Arc for the Neko Arc team for the rest of the night.
If no one's going to pick the character, we're going to have to listen to her song.
High, down low, hit the floorboards. A lot of damage on the table as well. Chris G does have Arc Drive available, does have some meter in the tank, but can Rack kill here? We have the meter, and we're going to spend it to make sure that kills Rack with 4.1k respectable damage combo. Takes that set, and we have another qualifier here.
Yes,
for
we
losers
do.
side of top 8. Yeah, so we have Zhen so far, we have Cavitae, and now we have Rack. So now we're just waiting on the last player, the last set of pools before we get straight into the top 8 action, and that will be between Smokinonu and Circuitdestroyr.
Yeah, haven't seen them in a little bit. They appeared a lot earlier on the stream, but now it is their time to shine. Phantom X got eliminated 2-0 as well.
Yeah, by Circuitdestroyr.
And then YellowJacket did defeat Zero to Hero 2-0.
Yeah, but I think these two guys are friends. They have like the same tag of Gatos Locos. So
team kill.
It is a bit of team kill before top 8, but unfortunately when you make up like a third of the bracket or a fourth of the bracket, that is something that will happen.
Absolutely. They're going to plug in. Now these players should know, I wonder if they do know, because they should be playing quite a bit, or like testing things out, knowing how each other plays, and that can oftentimes just be more important than knowing the actual character matchup. Because it doesn't matter if your opponent knows their unblockables or if they know their optimal combos. If you know what buttons they're wanting to press at each moment, you can just get away with your simple B&Bs and just not do anything optimal. Yeah,
that is true. And I just noticed too that these players have the Gatos Locos shirts as well, representing. I love it. But yeah, no, this will be a team kill, and like you said, it is probably more important the fact that they play each other all the time and that they have that player knowledge to know how to beat them. And we've seen both these players play on stream already. We got the Koma, we got the Kohaku. Grappler versus, I guess, kind of like a set play type of character. Not really a zoner, not really a rushdown. Is everything good? I think everything's good. All right, let's hope that we don't get any more controller issues. Letting the intro play out. This will be the final pools set of the day.
Alright, sorry, Moondrive. Yep, straight into dropping them. But wake up mash, not respecting this Oki for 1 second.
Now, when you're watching the set, I want you to keep one thing in mind. I want you to look at the bottom right corner right now. That is Kuma's life bar. Not the life bar on top, not the top right. Look on the bottom right. That is his life bar because that gives him access to incredibly strong installs where he can go into these armored situations and you can't really press against him.
And there we go. Smokin got the first round. Got enough Oki situations. Enough little reversals there. Pretty confident using the meter. There's that armor install.
Oh, try to go for a 3C, but just out of range with the flying broom, the witch, dropping the Molotov cocktails on top of you, and dropping the globe as well. Wait, that's just an Earth,
Yeah.
a mini Earth.
She's a silly little gal.
Yeah, she is like kind of like an item throw character, very random. But you don't have that randomness, right? You can kind of choose which ones you want. You're gonna have to because Circuitdestroyr finds a hit right there, confirms it immediately.
Hot, Smokin trying to throw out the plant.
I fully expected a command throw right there.
Yeah. Oh, gets the hit and found the gap, uses that armor. And the Moondrive gets counter hit afterwards. But that fatal counter is going to return everything to Smokin's favor.
Dropping those Molotov cocktails on top of Circuitdestroyr. The bombing runs. 3C, up, down, up high, down low. Arc drive, this will be blocked. Wait, no, it won't. We press. I think Circuitdestroyr might have tried to go for an arc drive and messed up the input.
Yeah, that very well could have happened, and that'll lead to Smokin taking game number 1 in this team kill set. Are we going to make it a 1-1?
Though it would be interesting if it was an arc drive too, because Kuma is special because he has a command grab arc drive. So I wonder if that would have even worked. Counter get out of the sky. The cactus Ogi, give him the 1-2 punch.
You got that Arborist power, the green thumb. But you know what isn't the green thumb? Fire.
It's like that scene from Ratatouille. I killed a man with this thumb. That's Kuma. Arc drive confirmed?
Yeah. Drive. Yeah. Can't beat the wake up Crescent.
Alright. Looking real good. Smoking on you. Approaching set point. Circuitdestroyr. Kind of in a similar boat as we saw in like the previous set playing against Alco, right? Really just struggling to get in and keep this pressure going for very long. Smoking on you is just constantly going for these wake-up options like the bombing runs, the Molotov cocktails, and Circuitdestroyr kind of struggling to chase down Smoking on you in a lot of these situations. But in this case, Circuitdestroyr has chased Smoking on you down the heat, coming out, and just a single hit into the arc drive. Smoking on you just really likes to keep these combos very simple. We could get a bit more damage, but Smoking on you doesn't really care about that right now.
Oh, couldn't get the combo off that. Goes the Moondrive, gets the fatal counter. Yeah, we're going to keep it a little space for Oki, seeing that 3 Mars a meter can just lead to quick death. Ult the fire, and yeah, wake up, command grab.
But not enough to kill. Oh, we're setting armor. We're running up the armor. Sorry, the shield on the heat. I love that. Circuitdestroyr red. Smoking on you like a book.
But Smoking does fairly well in these neutral situations.
The combo, that's unfortunate.
Goes for the frame kill, gets the Molotovs. Oh, here goes the plant. A little spin to win. And unfortunately gets hit before it can active.
I love the confidence suppress right there. Arc drive coming out. We're going to shield it. Gotta shield that. And always going to be 3.5k. Always going to be a good amount of damage hitting a raw like that.
Taking the hit.
Crosses up.
Oh, drops the comp. And there it is. The Molotov cocktail to finish it. Smoking on you is going to be your last top 8 qualifier.
I love it. Both players smiling, having a good time. That's what it's all about, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's not necessarily about making it far, but it's also having just a good time with the homies. It is a bit unfortunate to see that team kill, like we said before. But